Module number 3, Recording Signals on the EP WorkMate Recording System. The first thing to know about recording signals is how to tell when you're recording. The top of the live screen has a yellow bar that goes all the way across when the system is recording. When the system stops recording, the yellow bar disappears. However, you can also look at the review screen and tell if you're recording. When looking at the review screen, you want to look at the Auto Record and Start Record buttons, and Used and Free Space icons just to the right of Auto and Start Record. This is how they look when you're not recording. Used and the Free Space icons will be white with blue lettering. The Start Record button will be blue, and it will say Start Record. The Auto Record button may be blue or red, depending on whether the Auto Record features have been activated. When you begin recording, this part of the review screen changes. When you're recording, Used and Free icons turn yellow. The Start Record button turns red, and now it says Stop Record. The Auto Record button remains exactly the same as it was before, based on whether any auto recording features were turned on. There are 3 basic ways that you can manually record using the EP WorkMate recording system. All 3 options can be accessed by clicking the Start Record button on the toolbar at the top of the review screen. The first option is simply Start or Record. If you select this option, the EP WorkMate recording system begins recording and continues recording until you click the Stop Record button to make it stop. This is the most basic form of recording in the EP WorkMate recording system. The second option is the Screen option. If you select the Screen option, EP WorkMate recording system will record the live screen, copy it to the review screen, and stop recording. This is the most basic way to take a snapshot of a live screen, move it to the review screen so that you can measure or manipulate the signals. The third option is the Past option. The Past option allows you to capture something that has already gone off the screen. This is the only record in the EP WorkMate recording system that goes back in time. When you select the Past option, the EP WorkMate recording system begins recording from the time you press the button, but it also goes back in time and captures everything that has happened in the previous 30 seconds. Finally, it continues recording until you press the Stop Record button to make it stop. Each of these 3 options also has a keyboard shortcut or keyboard hotkey to activate. The Start option can be activated by the keyboard by pressing the blue Record button, which is just to the right of the spacebar. The Screen option can actually be accessed by pressing the blue Update Review key, which is the F12 key on the keyboard. Finally, the Past option can be activated by pressing the Tab key on the keyboard, which is a blue key also labeled Past Record. So each of these 3 options can be accessed either from the main menu on the review screen or from the keyboard. The EP WorkMate recording system also has several auto-recording features that allow the machine to automatically record when certain things happen. The auto-record features can be accessed and set up from the auto-record button above the Start Record button on the toolbar. When you click the auto-record button, you see the auto-record menu. There are 6 auto-record features: Stim Train, High Rate, Low Rate, RF, High Atrial Rate, and High Ventricular Rate. Each of these can be turned on or off individually by selecting the checkbox to the left of the Auto Record feature. Each Auto Record feature has certain parameters that have to be set up. For example, each Auto Record parameter has pre- and post-record settings. This allows the user to set how many seconds before and after each event they wish to be recorded. Each pre- and post-record can be set independently of all the others, and each one can be set to a maximum of 30 seconds. All of the rate auto records, high rate, low rate, high atrial rate, and high ventricular rate have detection limits and detection counts. These allow the user to set a limit in milliseconds of what they want to be considered a high rate or low rate, and a count, which is a number of beats or number of consecutive cycles that a rhythm has to meet the cycle length criteria. For example, in high rate, we currently have set 430 milliseconds as the detection limit, and the detection count of 3. This would mean that a rhythm must be equal to or faster than 430 milliseconds cycle length for 3 consecutive beats for the high rate auto record to come on. The stim train auto record also has a detection limit. This detection limit functions a little differently. The stim train detection limit is the amount of time in milliseconds that there must be pause between pacing spikes for the computer to end a pacing event and begin a new pacing event. This is the way that we tell the EP WorkMate recording system computer when a pacing event ends and a new one starts, so that it can put the appropriate log entries into the procedures log.